You're seeking as a citizen the truth about voter integrity.
So what's going on in New Hampshire? I'm going to show you how the mainstream media is trying to squelch this whole thing. Tomorrow night, Monday night, May 3rd, at 7 p.m., the town will gather, and surrounding towns, and they're going to have kind of a debate about who's going to be doing the audit. Selectman Bruce Breton is the one that is for Jovan Pulitzer. His credentials speak for themselves, and the others have definite discrepancies with the other ones have definite discrepancies against audits. Some of them don't even want audits. There were letters written in the past 2 years that prove that they were against audits. So how can they be chosen to be put into an audit that's so important?
What audit are you talking about?
The audit of New Hampshire.
Of
The forensic audit of New Hampshire.
the presidential election?
Of the presidential election of November 3rd, 2020. I plan on going live tomorrow night from the meeting in Windham, and whatever they decide, or however it turns out, you're going to want to see it. And that's the whole reason why I'm doing this, is because the people of New Hampshire, from what I understand, don't even know that this is going on, let alone the forensic audit that's going on in Maricopa County in Arizona. The mainstream media is censoring all of these different people that I've been following on the internet. The folks from YouTube are censoring these people that I've been watching since March, the ones who are bringing out the truth about these audits and all the surrounding circumstances. So what's up with that? I mean, we can't have this kind of censorship in this country. It's brutal. So the video clip from YouTube that I'm going to show you is from Nick Moseder. He's one of the folks that I've been watching since March. And he did a great job of the fact-finding and putting it together very professionally. So I'm going to show you this, and you decide whether this guy is legit. I think he's got a great future.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate each and every one of you patriots who peacefully and patriotically made your voices heard to the selectmen out in Windham, New Hampshire, because you truly have made a difference. Now, we have another meeting on Monday, May 3rd, where the selectmen will actually vote to reconsider their decision to use verified voting as part of the auditing team to conduct a forensic audit in Windham, New Hampshire. So this is because on Monday, you know, the selectmen chose verified voting and Dr. Andrew Appel, and we did a little investigation into verified voting and found out, oh, wait a second, this is some woke leftist group that has no intention of getting to the truth, because Mark Lindemann of verified voting actually sent a letter to Karen Fann out in Arizona telling her not to use cyber ninjas because they're a bunch of Trump-supporting conspiracy theorists and the whole audit is unnecessary. So a clear bias, let's just put it that way, and we want nothing to do with verified voting, and we don't want them anywhere near our election material. So we have until May 3rd to compel the selectmen to reconsider their decision, and there will be another vote on May 3rd. So guys, we're going to have to get to work, and we're going to have to contact these people. But first, let me tell you guys why I think it's so incredibly important that we put a little focus and energy into Windham, New Hampshire right now, because I know most people are extremely laser focused on Maricopa County, which is completely understandable because it's the most important thing happening in America right now in terms of getting to the truth and getting to the bottom of what happened on November 3rd. We have an unprecedented massive audit of 2.1 million paper ballots and all of the voting equipment happening right now. And at the same time, the Democrats and the deep state operatives are using all of their ammunition to stop it. So yes, we cannot take our eyes off the ball for 2 seconds out in Maricopa, and we should be laser focused on Arizona. But there's a reason why I'm also delegating some of my energy to Windham, New Hampshire, and I'm going to tell you why. So let's think about it for a second. Let's say we do find something in Arizona, like a lot of people think we will. What do you think the official narrative, the mainstream media, the deep state operatives are going to say then? Do you think that they're just going to say, oh, okay, you guys have undeniable proof, you caught us, the jig is up, and we surrender? No, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to have to do, they're going to do everything they can to stop the audit. Then they're going to try to do everything they can to invalidate the auditors and the process by which the audit is being conducted, which we already see, right? And then they're going to do everything they can to block the audit from the public. And when all of that fails and the people see what happened in Maricopa County, what do you think they're going to say then? Then they're going to say, well, it only happened in Maricopa, and we have no evidence that it was widespread across the country, right? So that's what I anticipate, and that's why it's going to be so imperative that we show the same findings in 2 completely different parts of the country. Then we can say it's widespread. Only then we can say it's widespread, and they have nothing to refute it. So here's the thing. At this time, there is no place in the entire country besides a little town called Windham, New Hampshire, that's anywhere near conducting a forensic audit. And not only is Windham, New Hampshire close to conducting an audit, thanks to Senate Bill 43, which was passed unanimously, they are required by law to complete a full forensic audit within 45 days, making the deadline May 27th. So let's think about that. We're expecting the Maricopa audit to be completed somewhere within, I believe, 45 days, right? That's the timeline. 40 days or something like that. I know we have the building leased until the 15th. And so we have that on that timeline happening. And by law, Windham will have to complete their audit on almost the exact same timeline that Maricopa is supposed to complete theirs. So you see, we have a situation where potentially we could have 2 damaging reports in 2 completely different parts of the country at the same time. Now, with that out of the way, with that explanation, let's talk about Windham. So we know that they're putting 3 teams together to perform this audit. 1 team chosen by the selectmen, 1 team chosen by the attorney general, and the 3rd team put together, chosen by the other 2 teams. Okay? So on Monday, we had the selectmen make their decision to use verified voting and Dr. Andrew Appel to conduct the audit. However, like I said, we found out verified voting was not legit, right? And so I don't want to see them anywhere near this audit. Now, perhaps, here's the thing, perhaps the selectmen were unaware of their decision to use verified voting. It is entirely possible. We like to jump to conspiracy theories and conclusions that they're corrupt and crooked and they're trying to thwart the process, or maybe that's entirely possible too. But it's possible they were just using their best judgment and made a mistake. We know that each of the auditing teams came to Windham. They had a meeting and gave presentations to the selectmen, and perhaps verified voting gave a very compelling presentation, right? And so at the end, 4 selectmen, 3 of them chose verified voting, and one selectman by the name of Bruce Breton was a lone dissenter, and he expressed that he wanted Javon Pulitzer on the team. So, then after the meeting, we find out verified voting, there's problems, and so we all got to work emailing and calling out, and what do you know, Bruce Breton, this lone selectman who said he wanted Javon Pulitzer, he is now calling on his fellow selectmen to reconsider and have another vote at Monday's meeting on May 3rd. And this is a quote from Bruce Breton. He says, I believe my colleagues on the board have made a mistake and must have an opportunity to correct it immediately. Time is of the essence, as Senate Bill 43 mandates the forensic audit be completed within 45 days of the passage of the bill. It is with these serious set of circumstances in mind that I am compelled to respectfully request that my fellow board members reconsider their vote for Mark Lindeman at our next meeting, May 3rd. Due to the level of public interest, I believe that meeting should be held at the Windham High School in order to have ample space for Windham residents who wish to voice their wishes, that we, as a body, have an obligation to represent. So do you hear that, guys? Your calls and your concerns and your vigilance has paid off. And now we have Bruce Breton calling on the other selectmen to reconsider and have another vote on May 3rd, Monday. So every last one of us must email the selectmen. We must tell them we do not want verified voting. And they must, if they're bombarded with enough phone calls and emails and they see that this is what the people want, I do believe they will reconsider, guys. So verified voting should be not have any part in conducting an audit because of their clear bias. And this is what we're going to tell them. In order to restore our confidence in the election process, we the people demand Javon Pulitzer, Colonel Phil Waldron, Doug Logan of Cyber Ninjas, one of these people, to conduct this audit. And so I'm going to leave all the contact info you need in the description of this video. And also, guys, we must, because we know that the Attorney General, the Secretary of State, they're going to select their team, right? And we must get ahead of this before they make their decision. So we must also compel them to select a legit auditor as well. And you know what? I'm also anticipating some delay tactics here. Just thinking ahead here. Imagine that we have two auditing firms, teams put together, and everything's ready to go. But these two teams, they can't decide on who they want for the third to be part of the third auditing team. I'm thinking ahead here, and I want you guys to express it as well. We don't want any delays, any interference whatsoever. Okay? So, guys, just make sure you take 2 seconds on this, and also do me a favor while you're at it. Send this to as many people as possible. Post this to your social media, especially if you live in New Hampshire. You're going to want to show up to this meeting, okay, and have a physical presence and voice your concerns. Get this message out there, guys. We can make a difference here, and we're, every one of you guys is saving the country, literally. One email, one phone call, one click at a time. So, guys, whether you realize it or not, you are all heroes, and we have to keep putting the pressure on, guys. We can't take our eye off the ball here. So we can't let up. This is crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. But all right, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. All the information you need is in the description, and I will see you next time.
So now that you've seen this video, you're probably wondering yourself, what is going on? So what I would like to do is to continue to bring you these folks that I've been watching on YouTube, because they're the ones doing all the fact finding, and they're very good at it. And I just want to I want you to be informed. So coming up in the future, I'll be playing these clips as they report them. And the thing that you want to do is to, when you go on YouTube, you want to make sure that you like, subscribe, and share their videos, because it helps them out in their efforts. So we need for you to rise up, stand up, go out and go to Windham tomorrow night. That's Monday, May 3rd, and just observe and be motivated, if you are so inclined, to want to do something about it. The Board of Selectmen Chairman, McLeod, said that we are a conservative democracy. We are not that. We are a constitutional republic. So that's it from New Hampshire for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night in Windham, and you're going to be astounded. So these audits are going on throughout the country. They're all coming about, and we just want you to stay tuned and see the process. And we're also going to show you how the mainstream media is trying to squelch this whole thing. Does that bother you? Bothers me. Thanks for tuning in. God bless you all.